Almighty above all things. Sorry for the poor audio. We're working on that. But, right now, we don't know. I want to thank everyone that's with us on this journey, you know. Yes, sir. It's documented journey. So, you know, we're outside, you know. Right now, I'm doing a Sparks delivery. Delivery for $13 and some change. 60 odd cents. So I'm going 6.4 miles right now. So 6.4 miles back. Yeah, let me get $13, you know. So basically, I run off the dollar a mile right there. Give thanks, you know. So it's my first job for the morning. Try to complete it in less than 30 minutes. So here we go. Big up all the viewers, you know. Big up everyone that participating and watching, you know. On my journey of gigs. Delivery driver, Uber driver, you know. Big up Sparks. Yes, sir. Big up Uber. Yes, sir. I don't know. Instacart. Big up Instacart. Yeah, those apps are some good gig app to work with without any stress. You know? Or anyone stressing you. You know, Uber kind of have a low pay system on this side. Oh, yeah, I hope they get better. Sparks. Only thing I could get your delivery more faster. That would be good, but you have to understand that, you know, not machine getting its stuff together. So, you know, human being, and you don't know. If you can shop, you can also do shop and delivery. Better pay, because a lot of work, you know, a lot of driving. I guess they underrate drivers, you know. Like, driving is not a trade, but trust me, it's one of the most dangerous trade out there. Every day you gotta be in this metal, traveling at 25 to 65 miles per hour every day on the street with other metals coming at you. You gotta be on the straight and narrow path every day and keep focused. You know, so yeah, man, it's like you're traveling in a bomb every day to make money, but you know, just keep safe and give thanks, you know. Everyone around here, just keep safe, alright? Bangins, I don't know, 4 minutes away from the location, so I'm going down there right now. In the meantime, you know, give it some music.
His 1977 NBC TV special and all 4 controversial episodes, The Richard Pryor Show. You can check that out, featuring Robin Williams, Sandra Barnhart, Tim Reed, Marsha Warfield. And then also there's some deleted scenes and outtakes and no holds barred interview with the one and only Jennifer Lee Pryor. So if you gathered anything on this conversation, you can only imagine what's going to happen when she ain't got time restraints. So make sure you go to timelive.com/Richard Pryor. Jennifer, I'm going to reach out for you this weekend.
Thank you so much, guys. You were wonderful. Honestly, I enjoyed this very much. I appreciate it very
We
much.
did as well.
We enjoyed it as well, and hopefully we'll see each other in person and do it that way next time. Okay?
That sounds good. That sounds great. All right.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Jennifer
Okay.
Lee Fries, ladies and gentlemen.
I need y'all to rewind this and play this from the top. It's the sway in the morning.
That's 4 minutes away, you know. Yeah. So much money I can make this week, you know, off of gigs. But the money right now. So we gonna never too much to go fling in there. Fling in that money, man. 30. Even know about yes, man, it's time for the show. So can't cover on here, update done. Fuck up it, tell you what I'm going for.
himself as he's evolved in front of our very eyes, and being a group member to a solo member, to watching him grow from a songwriter, singer, songwriter, judge on a dance competition. I mean, damn, you know, wasn't he Badger on sang as a Badger on the Masked Singer UK. Man, this man won't do to entertain, and truly, I say this, he got a few songs that is in his repertoire that I hold dear to my heart, that I actually go to, I gravitate towards when I want to feel happy. And I always remind him, and he probably think, yo, Sway say that same shit every time I see him. Damn, dog, can you flip it up?
But it be genuine every time, so I don't be tripping.
You be seeing it in my eyes, right? That's true. And it means something to me, man. You know, I've been watching a lot of MJ, and I'm going to say who it is, man, because he's here to celebrate his 8th studio escape. The one and only NIO is here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. I appreciate, like, more now than I ever have before, people who capture time in their music. They encapsulate a moment, they encapsulate a time period, an era that I can reflect on when I want to find grounding. And so certain songs I go to when I want to get straight up on my square again. And those particular songs make me feel a way that I know or that is good to me.
Yeah.
That's good for me.
Yeah, just complete that order, you know?
On my playlist.
It's a small elite group of
It's
people.
just
I
small.
know.
You see what I'm saying?
Indeed,
Like, there's
indeed.
certain people. I've been really on my MJ thing lately too. Like, just digging up a lot of Michael Jackson footage and old school songs that they sang that weren't so popular, but I remember a time and era. And you're on my playlist, bro. You're on my life playlist.
That's
And-
absolute love.
and so I can't even give a person that's the most genuine compliment. I don't even talk about. That's my first time talking about my life playlist.
That's true.
Wow, man.
Come on, man. Don't have me run down my resume, Neo.
No, that's love. I genuinely appreciate that. I really do. My definition of success has changed a little bit over the years. You know, when you first get into this thing, it's all about, you know, hoping that the people love the music, wanting to sell as many records as humanly possible, wanting to touch the BET Award stage, MTV Award stage, the Grammy stage, all of that. Well, I've done all that. So now go.
Yes.
Hey, man, let's
Okay,
go.
so now we done those things. Okay.
Listen, that's just his reality.
That's the first bucket list. I got a whole new bucket list now. I'm 41 years young. You know what I'm saying? I have 5 beautiful children. I have a lovely wife. I have a beautiful life. And now success for me is comments and compliments like that, bro. Like when people tell me that the songs that I've written or the songs that I've done, they actually apply them to their lives in some way, shape, form, or fashion. That's better than any trophy that anybody could ever give me. That's better than any record sale, because it means that the music means something to you. And above anything else, that's all I've ever wanted in this business, is for my music to actually mean something. So I appreciate that, brother.
Oh,
I genuinely
what's up,
do.
brother? Thank you, man.
So what state of mind were you in when you wrote Can We Chill? That's like one of my favorite songs, and I'm from the era of, I remember Guy, Let's Chill. So I was like, who has the nerve to try to write a chill song? Like, Neo's fucking bugging right now. And that shit came on, that's my slap. What
Appreciate
frame
that.
of mind you in when you wrote that?
You know, a funny story. So Can We Chill was the last song to go on that album. It was the very, very last song that I did. It was another song that was in the running, and Jay-Z actually challenged me. He listened to the first song. He was like, "This is good, but I feel like you could do something better." He was like, I challenge you to beat this record. And I'm like, all right. So I went in again. Took me a couple days. I went in again. Can We Chill was the other record, and he was like, that's what I'm talking about. That right there.
Wow.
And that's the one that made it on the album. Yeah, man.
I've been hearing about Jay-Z telling people, you know, this is cool, but you can do better a lot.
He's good for that. He's good for that, because I love the fact that even if it's good, even if everybody in the room is like, oh, that's it, Jay is like, I think you got more in you, Pimpin'. I think you can go a little harder. And I love people that's gonna push you like that. They're not gonna let you just be good. They're gonna push for great.
Yeah.
And he's definitely one of those people. So
They
shout
won't
out
take the
to
8
that dude.
if they know they got
If
a
they
10,
know you got
gotta
the 10, the 8 ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
He's been there forever.
How many times have you worked with him on his music, or have you?
So I did the joint Make Me Better with me and Fab.
Okay, that's right.
That was originally for Jay. I actually wrote that hook about him and B. And then when I finished it, he was like, "This sounds a little bit more like an R&B record. You should keep it for yourself." And then, long story short, eventually wound up getting the Fab, and it became what it became. But initially, I wrote the song for Jay to do something with, and that was one of the first times we ever like actually sat in studio together and worked on something. And I watched this man sit at the console for like 15 minutes, just nodding his head, you know, kind of making these weird noises, and then went in the booth and ran the whole record down. Like didn't write nothing down. Went in the booth, ran the whole record down, and I'm like, all right, this is. I'm not sitting in front of a regular person right now. Clearly,
One take. Was it one take? One take?
one take.
In the pocket. No,
One take,
No
pocket
redo.
perfect.
No thing.
Double, triple entendres, no paper, pen, nothing, just straight in the mind. I'm like, and I asked him at that point, because I've always been a slave to a pen and a pad.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is it that you never write anything down? And he told me, he was like, because once you write it down, it kind of becomes ironclad in your mind. Like you can't really move the idea around, because you've made it absolute by writing it on paper. It's hard to go back and change that looking at it on paper. Like it's a mental thing. If you keep it in your mind, the words come in and out, you know what I'm saying, concepts the whole night.
That's Jay-Z calling.
Jay
Jay's
calling.
like,
Said
ease
something.
up,
Put you in
Neo.
my-
He's telling
telling the secrets.
Jay calling him right now. He getting panicked right now.
He got it off like the whole next subject.
Right.
Clearly, I've said too much.
Help him out,
Almost
crazy.
out with a new subject. Neo, man, I wish that I was with y'all in person so I could just catch your energy in the flesh, but I'm grateful
That's
that...
all love, mama.
Yeah, I'm grateful that we have technology and I can still speak to you over here in Brooklyn. I got a couple things for you. Just speaking, Neo, like, Sway said it, but I just have to repeat it. You are one of our greatest artists of all time. Like, I think it is time to put GOAT in front of you to preface your name.
Just got it right here, brother.
Yeah.
Have to be crazy.
Deadass, sincerely. I'm thinking about, like, Year of the Gentleman is one of my favorite albums, not just from, like, your portfolio, but just in general, you know what I mean, on my life playlist, as Sway puts it. And I've gotten so used to your wardrobe style, you know, being so cavalier, that when I think last month Sexy Love you had posted became 16 years old, which is bananas. And I was reminded of when you initially came into the game, like what your aesthetic looked like. So can you just share like how you shifted into this very like man of honor, this polished, refined gentleman?
So, all right, so it's not a secret to very many, especially people that was just real close. The whole Neo style was something that had to be catered and primped, you know. So it wasn't something that came naturally. I was never the dude that really cared about clothes when, you know, coming up, high school, all of that. Like, as long as I had clothes on, I wasn't tripping. I was worried about other things. So when I came into the business, my fashion sense was not exactly a fashion sense. It was kind of just
no sense.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. It's all good. Hey, listen. Come on. It ain't a butterfly flying, there wasn't a caterpillar first. So it's all good. I ain't tripping. But yeah, we had to, you know, with the help of Jay, with the help of L.A. Reid and people like that, we found my style. And it was a little bit of a fight, just because, you know what I'm saying, like talking to Jay and talking to L.A., these guys was in a different tax bracket than me. So I was like, how much that shirt cost? Do the shirt put itself on? Do it fly? Why am I paying this much for this? Man, it took a lot to get me to that place where I could spend that on some clothes, but I understand the power of it now. But at the time, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. You know, let me I'm all right.
Right. Sway still be doing that deal when we go shopping. I chose Sway to go. I was like, Sway this. He was like, nah, I'm the HBU out your mind. I ain't doing that.
I don't listen, to be honest, I still don't completely grasp the concept of spending $5,000 on a shirt that I can literally only wear one time. And then if I wear it again, I'm whack. Like I don't grasp that.
And you gotta pay for tailoring. It's not even just the shirt you buy it. Then they gotta go get tailored.
All right, I'm gonna ease up off you, Sway. I'm gonna take him into the $5,000 bracket. I did one time for a jacket. He got it, but I told him it was like, you need this for what you're doing today. And then we went out the other day and he told me to just leave him alone. So he ended up with that free hoodie.
Did the $5,000 jacket make a difference in the moment that you wore it?
Damn it, Neo. Why you at that?
That's a good way to put that.
It was three. It was three. It was three. It was three.
It was 4,200.
All right.
Okay, and it was and
He got it down to the cent.
Because he was mad.
That don't hurt.
He was mad at the whole time in the morning.
272 cents to be exact.
Yo,
damn it.
bro, and it was because I was hosting a cipher at the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Okay.
I curated it and had 3 artists come out, and I had to introduce
Yeah,
it
so you had
on
to-
stage. And I wore it once and realized I can't wear it again. And I'm trying to think. I won't even tell you what I ended up doing with it because it probably pissed folks off. But
Yeah, because you were supposed to give it to me.
okay, so
Wow.
I give it. You know who I give it? I give it to. I give my clothes. Like I would get a lot of wardrobe from MTV. I give my clothes to men's shelters or halfway houses, so they can have finer clothes to wear when they go out on job descriptions and,
They wasn't
and all
supposed to
that
get
stuff.
that.
That's dope. I mean, that's noble.
But this hoodie I got on right now, I got from the Hunnits on Fairfax, and they gave it to me for free, so I
There
just
you go.
shouted them out. But then for you, when did you realize that okay, I got to spend good to look good?
Right around the year of the gentleman, to be honest.
Okay.
Right around when we said, you know what, the music that we doing and just who you are, this look just makes more sense on you. And I'm like, all right. But then I didn't realize that suits cost money, man. The good ones. Suits cost money. Tailoring costs money. All that. It is not a small thing, man. But I will say that it matters. It matters because had I continued doing it, you know what? Go back and look at my very first video. And just the wardrobe selections and understand that was me and understand that we all start somewhere. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we all start somewhere.
NIO is here, man. Well, you know, when people reach, like, after 5 albums, I always wonder, do you lose, you know, words? Do you lose thoughts? Do you lose ideas? Like, what more do you have to say? You're on your 8th.
Oh, man. You don't so much lose thoughts and ideas. It takes a little bit longer to write songs now because now I'm especially thinking about how can I say this in a way that it either hasn't been said a lot or has never been said.
Yeah.
And that just in itself, that makes the songwriting process just take that much longer. But at the end of the day, I don't so much mind it taking longer now. And when I was younger, I used to pride myself on how many songs I could write in you know whatever amount of time. Now it's more about quality as opposed to quantity. So as opposed to getting 7 songs in a session, you know, where you can only use 3, you'll get 3 songs in a session and you can use all 3. You know what I mean? That's what it's about for me now.
I was just saying to Neo, Sway, Tracy G, Citizens, before we went live, like this gift that God has anointed you with to write songs, kind of, it just separates you. Like, and not that it's you know, make it better, but it does. It separates you. So for the 8 albums, I kind of see it like you've done 24 albums because of all the other songs you wrote for other people.
Yeah.
Like, think about your catalog just as a writer and the people you were able to write for. What do you tap into then? Because we get you and your feelings, but then when somebody calls you, I need a Neo song, like you said, you wrote a song for J&B, like, where do you go? Like, is it home still sitting on your couch? Are you in the studio? Did you just see them on a video? Like, what made you decide to write songs for certain people?
My comfort zone is in my head now. I can write a song in the midst of a hurricane because it's all in here. It's all inside.
Wow.
Which is something that I had to learn how to do. Initially, I had like a specific. I need a specific pen. I need a specific pad. I need to be somewhere quiet. And then we got busy. We started moving around. It's like you can't bring your comfort zone with you a lot of the time. So I had to like allow that to be in my mind. So that's that. And then as far as where do you go, I write love songs. I write songs about love, the good, bad, and ugly of what love is, and I feel like everybody can relate to that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I don't really have to go too far into, all right, I'm writing for this person. Let me start thinking in this specific way.
Right.
It's just love. Love don't go out of style. Everybody knows what it is to some degree. So I figure as long as I stay in that place, there's nobody that I just can't write a song for, unless it's somebody that's just completely damn in love. And even in the realm of that, I can write you a song too. You might change your mind on something.
Who's the easiest to write songs for, Neo, and who often has a lot of edits?
It's easier to write for women than it is for men because women are just more willing to be vulnerable, more willing to say I love you from a more genuine place than men, especially nowadays, which is unfortunately a little sad. It's all right. I'm gonna change that. I got y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much the truth of it. Women don't really complain when the lyric is like that's a little too sweet, bro. Like like it's a sweet song. It's a love song. You want the love song to be hard? That don't make sense.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, I digress. I just don't grasp the concept of a lot of male R&B today. I just don't grasp the concept of singing bitch and a woman like, ooh, swoon.
It's different, right?
It's a little different now. You know what I mean?
They try to
Very
make harsh
aggressive.
words sound pretty. Like the
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I love you, bitch. What? Okay.
And there's also a lot of conditions put on love
disrespect
too.
me in the same sentence. Cool. All
You
right.
my best hole. And you be holding, sing it in the seat.
Yeah, like what? C sharp to be
C
exact.
sharp,
Yeah.
right? Now let me ask you, The Escape.
What? Yes. Let me correct you real quick. So I changed the name of the album.
Okay.
But after a conversation with some people whose opinions I very much appreciate and respect, I changed the name of the album. I was sitting with some people from the label, some people from my team, just listening over the album. And as I was listening to the songs, I was kind of explaining what each song was before I played it. And to the point where it kind of got to where it's like, this is pretty much self-explanatory. You know what's going on in this record. And then somebody said to me, you've said self-explanatory about 6 songs now. Maybe you should just call the album self-explanatory. And I'm like, I thought about it. And the thoughts that just started running through my head is like, all right, so this is album number 8. I've been in the game almost 20 years. Do I really have to explain what a NIO album is at this point? Don't you kind of have at least some semblance of an idea what you're going to get?
Yes.
So that made sense to me. It's like, all right, put some respect on my name. I don't got to explain what this is. You know what this is. You know exactly what it is when you put it on. It's music to live life to. It's music to put on before you go out. It's music to put on when you're cleaning your house on Sunday. It's music to put on when he piss you off, when she piss you off. That's what it is. It's music to live your life to. Absolutely.
I love it, man. Young Blue, you work with Young Blue.
Yeah.
That young man we had up on our show before people even knew who he was. I was communicating with him on Instagram a lot of times, and they all reach out to these kids, young, well, I don't want to say kids. We're all somebody's kids, but I reach out early on. And then I saw him when he went online and started really producing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he showed us his whole process from day one when he first, I don't know what keyboard he had got. And he was like, yo, I'm about to learn how to produce. And then I've been seeing people line up from Lil Wayne
Bruh.
to you to get it. Is he that good?
He's good. He's good. I think above anything, he has heart and he has passion, and that's lacking nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You're going with some of these cats, and it's like, all right, you really only doing this for the money, huh? That's the only reason we here. Whereas he's one of them cats where he really cares about this music. He really wanted to sound like this. He really like I'm in the booth and he was like, bro, I'm sorry, could you do that one more time? Like he's critiquing me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, cause like he's like, I really wanted to sound like this. You know that thing you do with your voice, like that thing. Can you do that? And I'm like, okay, this dude is really listening. This ain't just let's do this and get the streams and make the money. This is really about let's produce a piece of art that people are gonna give a damn about. And I like that because that's rare nowadays, especially with this newer generation. So shout out to the boy, Young Blue.
Okay. So we're gonna play the song in a minute, man. You said five kids?
5 children, yes.
I remember Joe Jackson had 5. They formed a group.
I don't know.
Man,
We was just talking about the fact that it's in all of my children. Like
Really?
I've witnessed it in all of them. Everybody sings, everybody dances. They sit around and make up songs all day. I'm waiting to see who's gonna like naturally gravitate to it though. I don't want to be that showbiz dad. It's like pushing them to do something that they really don't want to do. Like I want them to really care about it, And so far, my oldest son, he's 10. He's the only one that's like really been like, Dad, take me to the studio with you. He's the only one that's gone there.
wow,
Everybody else is kind of just, enjoying just singing and making them songs. We don't want to go to bed, whatever that's they do. But it's everything they do is a song. Every single thing they do becomes a song. So I'm like, it's definitely there. Let's see who decides to run with it though.
NIO is hanging out with us, man. We're all celebrating Super Bowl 56, and this halftime show is going to be incredible. Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Eminem. We are on Shade 405, and of course, Dr. Dre being curated by Dr. Dre. I want to say I recall a time you being asked if you would perform at a Super Bowl halftime. You recollect that?
I do not.
Okay.
It's not to say that it didn't happen.
Okay. Okay.
It's becoming very, very common knowledge that I have the memory of a goldfish, ladies and gentlemen. It's true. I remember what I did yesterday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, man, don't feel bad, man. This morning is a blur to me. But given the opportunity, man, what is it you think it means to be on that stage? Would you perform on that stage? Of course, right?
Yeah. I feel like Mary gave one of the best answers in regard to that question. It's a huge opportunity. It's one of the biggest stages on the face of the planet. You know what I mean? I don't know if I do it for free, just me personally, but I definitely think that it's an amazing opportunity, and that the show itself is going to be amazing. I'm a little envious. I'd love to be up there.
Okay.
Just not for free.
Not for free. Okay. You got 5 kids, man.
Come on.
You can't do a whole
At this point, to ask me to do something for free, knowing I got 5 kids at this